me, Catherine, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name's Catherine. I'm a lot. That's it. There's no punchline. I'm a lot. I mean, I'm a performer. I run an internet cult. I love sushi. One of those things is not like the other. So today we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions that all actors and creative people should consider for the new year. Not really sure how to put it, but basically, we've got a lot of stuff to do. Question of the day: what are your New Year's resolutions as it pertains to being a performer? Let me know in the comments down below. I know that I recently did a video where I asked what your New Year's resolutions were, but that was kind of more in general, and this has to do kind of as it goes into your creativity and that sort of life. And it's really important to share them down below because writing down goals and sharing them with people forces you to be accountable. Once you tell the internet that you're doing something, you kind of gotta do it. So I am taking that first step forward. I'm going to share something that really scares me, but I'm gonna put it out on the internet, so I'm forced to do it. One of my big things this year that will help me not only creatively, but mentally, physically, emotionally, just all around, is that I've created an actual gym schedule and I'm going to stick to it. In the past, I've really just gone to the gym when I had time or when I felt like it, which was never for both, or at least not as frequently as I should have. So share your goals down below. So now I'm going to share a bunch of goals that I think all actors and performers and creative people should consider. That being said, if you hear a goal and you're like, ooh, I don't like that, or nope, that doesn't fit me, don't worry about it. Goals are different for each individual person. This is just kind of a curated list of what I thought would be helpful. A really important goal to me is to see at least one show a month, and ideally way more if you can, but I know that that's not always feasible geographically, financially, time-wise, but I think that it's possible to make time in your schedule and your budget to see at least one live show a month. It doesn't need to be Broadway, it doesn't need to be West End, it doesn't need to be a tour, it could be regional theater, it could be community theater, it could be school theater. You just need to see live theater. When I was growing up, I'd see like 2 or 3 shows a weekend, and that's because I was volunteering at every single theater in my area, so I'd get in for free. Seeing all those shows not only helped me build up a library of knowledge about all of these shows and playwrights and composers, but it also taught me what I liked in a show, what directorial choices I liked, what acting choices I liked, and what choices I didn't like. You can learn just as much from a bad performance as you can from a good performance. Another great goal is to read a new play or listen to a new soundtrack. With the amount of plays and musicals out there, it can feel really overwhelming to try to learn about new ones, but it is so worth it. If you're someone who keeps really up to date with current shows on Broadway, I'd challenge you to go back and listen to some classics. Same goes for reading plays. I love going to the library and checking out a ton of plays. Here's a big one that I am super guilty of: update your resume. I am such a chronic update the resume the night before the audition kind of person, so my resume always becomes this like stressor in the back of my mind. So take some time, carve out an afternoon, reformat your resume. Take off the stuff you shouldn't have on there and add on the stuff you should. Here's one that's going to be kind of a project for the whole year, and that's to buff up that part of your resume that you feel is lacking. Are you someone who's done a ton of shows but really has never had any formal dance training? Now is the time. Another great resolution is to audition for something that scares you. The best things happen when you step out of your comfort zone. For instance, last year I did 2 shows that were completely out of my comfort zone. The first one was Into the Woods, where I played Rapunzel. Vocally and acting wise, that fit my comfort zone very, very nicely, but it was my first professional principal role. And I ended up working on that show for almost half the year. That was the longest run that I've ever been in. Through that, I got to meet so many of you guys after the show. I met a ton of really great friends. I learned a lot playing that role and playing that role for that long. The other show I did that was super out of my comfort zone was Love's Labour's Lost, which was a rock Shakespeare musical. 2 things that I really don't do, and it ended up being some of the most fun I have ever had on stage. I met so many of my best friends through that show. I can't imagine what my life would be like right now if I hadn't done that show, because it changed my life so drastically. So go audition for something that scares you. Literally, the worst that can happen is that you don't get cast in the show, which wouldn't happen in the first place if you don't audition. So go do it. This is a big thing that I think a lot of us can relate to, and this is kind of more general. Just do the thing that you've been putting off. We all have that one thing in the back of our brain that scares us because it's either way too big of a project, or maybe it's way too close to our heart, or maybe it's something that makes you feel really vulnerable and scared. Tons of totally valid reasons. Take a step toward doing it. It feels so much easier when you just start taking those steps toward it. I know that it's scary, but the best way to make something less scary is to just do it. Maybe it's to get back into dance class, maybe it's to join that choir, maybe it's to start auditioning for agents and managers. Whatever your goal is, I believe in you. You got this. Something that's really helpful for me that I kind of like to do at the beginning of a new year is to reflect on the past year. Think about what creative things you accomplished and think about the things that you kind of missed the mark on. What did you learn and how will you grow? Reflect back and think about how to make this year even better. Be kinder to yourself. This career, this passion, this thing about the entertainment industry, as we all know, there is a ton of rejection. There is so much subjectivity. So many of the times that something doesn't go well for you, it's completely out of your control. Yes, it's up to you to be as prepared as possible, but aside from that, you really can't do much else. So stop beating yourself up over things that you have no control over. So there you guys go. Those are some New Year's resolutions for actors in 2019. Again, let me know what your New Year's resolutions are in the comments down below. If you like this video or if it helped you out in any way, shape, or form, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so, so much. Break a leg and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!